One of the ways that we can test and validate our ideas is using the PABA framework. PABA stands for Problems, Approach, Benefits and Alternatives. PABA is useful to use when testing ideas and trying to validate them. You want to understand if the idea meets the needs of the people it's meant to serve, if the approach you are using resonates with them, if you've correctly understood the benefits they are seeking and the alternatives they would use if not your idea. The PABA framework enables the team to capture the core of the idea using the framework. I've heard some people liken this approach to using the lean canvas. To test and validate the idea, we don't need all of the 9 elements of the lean canvas or the alternative, the business model canvas. With the PABA framework, we use 4 elements: problem, approach, benefits and alternatives to test and validate the idea. These 4 elements should give us enough information to know if we're heading in the right direction. What is the problem being experienced? Another way to think about this is, what is the need you are serving? You can use the jobs to be done framework to describe the need, or you can describe the need as a problem or as a pain point. Describe what the person is looking for to solve the problem they have and the situation in which they have this problem. For example, in the morning, I have a need for a strong coffee. At the moment, my problem is that my coffee maker isn't frothing the milk as thickly as what I would like. I'm not enjoying my coffee as per normal because the coffee is coming up too milky and the milkiness is affecting my stomach. I find when I have a high froth coffee that I don't experience that milkiness and my coffee is enjoyable. Gaining insights into a person's problem helps us to understand why the solution enhances their experience. In my case, I want my coffee machine to froth the milk as thickly as it did previously. So when we're looking at the approach, you want to understand, how do you plan on solving the pain point for the person? What approach do you intend to take? What does the solution look like? What promises are you making? How do you plan to deliver on your promise? Take my morning coffee problem. There are several approaches I could take to remedy the situation. I could buy a new machine. I looked into that. It's going to cost me $799. I could find out if the existing machine can be fixed, and I was struggling to find where to take it. I could drink tea, and I'm happy to drink tea in the afternoon. It's just not my morning preference. I could change my coffee habit to an alternative that is healthier, and that would help me get out of my caffeine habit. There are many approaches that I could try to remedy the problem. When looking at the benefits to your solution, consider the benefits the person is experiencing from using the solution they are currently using. For example, the solution to my coffee problem would involve something that I enjoy doing. Drinking helps me to wake up in the morning and kick-start my day on a good note. And at the moment, coffee is the only solution that I have that gives me that benefit. It gives me that kick-start to the day, and I really enjoy a thickly frothed cappuccino because I don't find that the milk sits on my stomach, and I have a bit of an issue with milk. As mentioned, there are alternative solutions to what a person is currently using and the current approach or solution that you're proposing. So you want to consider alternative solutions or ask the person to rate alternative solutions and compare them to what they are currently using, and also compare them to the solution that you are proposing so that you can see where your solution stacks up to the alternatives. When testing and validating the idea using the PABA framework, you want to validate if you've got the problem correct, yes or no. You also want to know to what extent people like, love, dislike, or hate your solution. You want to validate the extent to which people understand the benefits that the people will receive from your solution or the current solution they are already using. You want them to rate the alternatives to the solution and to see how your idea compares. You want to find out whether your idea is better than the alternatives, because this result is going to tell you whether you're on the right path or if it's back to the drawing board. So these results will tell you whether you've got to go back to the ideas that you already have and progress one of the previous ideas that you had further, or whether you have to go back even further than that and generate more ideas. In most cases, the results are going to be a thumbs down. Unfortunately, this is the reality in validating ideas. In some cases, you might get a maybe. However, if the results are a resounding thumbs up, then you're going to move to the next stage.